The year is 2014, and YouTube launches the last of its great vintage toy restoration channels. In a freak mishap, toy-polloi is thrown out of the forums and into an orbit which freezes his internet access, returning toy-polloi to our screens 500 years later.
Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. It is Sunday the 10th of October 2021 and I'm at the Bath West Showground for the giant toy fair that's on here today. This is the first time that this has been on for almost 2 years, so I'm really quite excited to sort of finally get back to my local toy fair and have a good sort of rummage around. I've been told by some of the stallholders that it's going to be a big one today because I think most pitches have been sold out, so I'm really quite excited just to go and have a look around. I have no idea particularly what I'm after today. I've got things on my wants list, but really it's just going to be a case of going and having a rummage and seeing what I can find. So let's get on and go into the toy fair. So I'm back in the car after spending a good couple of hours sort of hunting around and having a look to see what's there. It wasn't quite as big a fair as I was hoping for. There were a lot of stalls, but not as many as I was expecting. But still enough to sort of have a hunt around. There was quite a lot of dinky and die-cast stuff as well, more than normal. But sometimes that's the way these toy fairs go. I do need to say hello to an awful lot of people who sort of stopped me to say hello. So just thanks for sort of stopping by and chatting with me. It's always nice to chat with sort of other collectors and sort of out in the real world. I picked up a couple of things, and I picked up one really odd thing. So let's head on back to toy-polloi and I will show you what I got. Right, and I am back at toy-polloi, and the first couple of things in front of me are ones I picked up from Lawrence at Toy Planet UK, and it's a couple of ghosts from the Real Ghostbusters line. So I picked up Mail Fraud, which is obviously the mailman, and when you pull up his chest, he turns into a ghost, and he's got chomping jaws by moving his feet. This is one I didn't have, and Lawrence has actually got quite a large collection of Real Ghostbusters figures at the moment, so I grabbed that off him. I think that was £6. And then we also have Granny Ghost, which is another one of the sort of changeable ghosts, so it turns into a bit of a monster there, and then you can fold it back down, it turns it into a granny. I know a lot of people don't particularly like these figures, but I don't have any of them in my collection, and I do quite like the sort of style of them. I think they're quite nice, sort of simple things and a bit quirky, so I'm pleased to pick up those two from him. I also got a project from him because his son collects vintage Transformers, and he has this Megatron which he has a few troubles with, so he's asked me to fix that up. So I'm going to repair that. I've actually got a video on repairing the Megatron figure, so check that out. I'm just going to be doing a few repairs on that and giving that back to Lawrence, his son. So that's a little sort of side project for me to work on. The next thing I picked up was actually something I'd pre-arranged, a trade with Joe from Time Tunnel Toys UK. He wasn't actually there, but his dad was there, and he made a point of finding me. I'd arranged with Joe to grab this off him, which is a bagged version of a Star action figure. Now these are really odd little toys. I don't think many people collect them. You can't really see him through the bag. These are made by Airfix. They're very strange little figures. I'll bring another one in so I can show you what they should look like. This is a Star action figure. So they're sort of normal action figures at the top, but they have these rubber trousers on them because there is a ratcheted mechanism inside the legs, and you can bend the legs and the trousers bend. They were made sort of in the mid-70s, I think. There's not a lot of information on them. There's no sort of copyright information. A lot of people don't know what they are or sort of where they come from, so they're very hard to find. And because they're called Star action figures, if you search for them on eBay, you just get lots of Star Wars figures coming up, so very hard to track down. This was the only one I have in my collection, and Joe said that he'd got this medic version of one which was still in its bag, so it's never been used. So I have traded that with him because I gave him some other bits I think at the previous toy fair. It's a real nice little thing to have. It's an odd thing. I may end up opening the baggie because I prefer my figures loose, but yeah, for the moment I will leave it in the bag. So that's a little sort of oddity to add to my collection. And then there was only one other thing I picked up, which was something I just grabbed as I was essentially leaving the toy fair, just because I saw it, and for the price it was being sold for, I thought I had to have it. And that is this, which is a really odd robot in a packet. So it's called Galatiki or Galaxy or something. It looks Italian to me. There's not a great deal of information on it. You can see there's some pictures on the side, and it says on the back 3 different figures. Now it's not complete. I think it does actually say Euro still import or Euro style import, it says there. It's not complete at all, and in fact it's quite broken, and it only cost me £3. So I picked it up just because it's such a sort of odd little thing. Let's open it up and I'll show you a bit more of it. So this is the figure. You can see it's a very strange looking thing. It's pretty broken and pretty busted. The legs falling off, they've sort of come apart. It looks like it's got 2 left legs because this lower foot you can't put on the other way round. It doesn't seem to want to attach properly. It looks like these may be back to front or something. I don't know. It's missing loads of pieces, but it's just a real odd little figure, and I just couldn't leave it behind. For £3 I thought I can't leave that. I will see what I can do with it and maybe do some research. I really like the look of its face. It's very sort of cute looking little robot. I think everything sort of fires. These, all of its hands and that are missiles, so you can fire these off. So it's a little bit like a sort of Shogun Warriors type robot or something. It's very Japanese in style as well, but yeah, made in Italy I would guess. I know nothing about it, and for £3 I couldn't leave it behind, even even though it is broken and a little bit sort of worse for wear. I thought it was, you know, something I just had to have. I may find out more information, I may never find out information about it, but it's an oddity, so I had to add that to my collection. And so yeah, that is all I managed to find. Not a huge amount of stuff, but the bits that I did pick up I'm really happy with. That robot, as I say, is such an oddity, I just couldn't leave it behind, so I'm going to do some research on that. Maybe I'll find out more information, maybe I'll even find a complete one at some point, but at the moment it's just a bit of an oddity in my collection. The fair was a little bit disappointing, I have to say. There wasn't a huge amount of stuff there, and I was expecting it to be a little bit more crowded with stalls, but sometimes that's how toy hunting goes. It was though very nice to actually sort of be able to chat with fellow collectors and that again, and also I want to say hi to everybody who stopped me and said hello as I was walking around. It's really nice to actually sort of meet people face to face who watch my videos. So I hope this video has been of interest to you. If it has, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi.
A final quick update on this chap. I've actually just taken him apart and repaired him. I'm not sure what was going on, but someone had jammed blue tack or something in the legs and tried to screw it back together. So taking it apart, taken all the blue tack out, and now reattached the legs. So he does actually have the right legs. They're both pointing the right way, and his legs now move and pose properly. So he's a really nice little figure. I've really sort of fallen in love with the look of him, but I still have absolutely no idea what he is or where he's from. So I'm going to have to do some research. If any of you watching know what this is, then do sort of leave some comments below, because I'd love to know what he is. It just says on the back made in Hong Kong, and as you've seen with the box, it looks a little bit sort of Italian, but he's a really weird robot with a very sort of cool look to him. So for £3 I am so glad I picked him up, and with a little bit of repairing I've now got a very displayable odd looking robot that I know nothing about. So as I say, if you know something about it, let me know.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos. You can also follow toy-polloi on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.